Hello everyone, let us continue with the ethics series, that is GS4 of UPSC CSE mains. The topic we are going to learn today is Aptitude and Foundational Values of Civil Service. Now this is a topic which can be used in literally every question of the GS4 paper. What is aptitude? We have in earlier lectures learnt about attitude. Today we will see the difference between what is attitude and what is aptitude and why is aptitude important. Now see, if we have some skills about a particular topic, for example singing or dancing or some sport, that skill is a matter of past, that is we already have it. Then what today we have, actually it is called ability, and aptitude is a future perspective, that is we have the ability to learn something in the future, that is called aptitude. For example, nothing is learnt by birth. Experiences play a great role in learning everything we have today. Now for example, two people, they have the same experiences but two different responses based on past experience and also based on aptitude to approach it. For example, there has taken place some crime, for example rape has taken place, then people from different background will be having different thought processes and different conclusions about that. Aptitude is the ability to do something with proper training. For example, in case of rape, a very educated person will think that it is a crime and the man should be punished, whereas a very orthodox person will think that the girl must have done something wrong. So this is the difference of aptitude. Aptitude is basically futuristic. If two people are made to play a game, for example cricket, one is seen to have potential to bat well, that is has skills and able to hit. With training, the person can stay on the field for long and score, that is now he has the ability to bat properly, but he has the futuristic aptitude for batting which can make him sustain as a good player in the future. That is, in short, the capacity to acquire skill or knowledge in particular area on the basis of which the future performance can be predicted, that is called aptitude. Aptitude is not completely innate, not acquired. Everyone has some aptitude for a particular task, but degree varies. Now I may be a great singer, but I am a very good cricket player, so I have aptitude for two things, but the degree varies, that is I cannot sing in front of a large public, so I have less aptitude for singing, but I can play very well with confidence, so I have good aptitude, a higher degree of aptitude towards sports. So basically aptitude is indicative of potentialities, that is what is the potential to learn or do something. Now it is of two types. First is mental and physical. Mental aptitude or ability has value orientation. Now if someone is a thief, then he needs to be a good liar to protect himself, that is his mental aptitude. But physical, the capacity to take those physical efforts to go and steal something, that is different. So he has two kinds of attitudes. Either one or both can be required to do certain tasks. Now how do we test this aptitude? How to identify aptitude for a particular task? First is achievement test. Achievement test checks only ability to perform what is taught. For example, exams evaluate only mugging up capacity, that is achievement test. Someone gets good marks in exam based on the written papers, that is his aptitude based on achievement test. But the second one is more reliable, that is competence test. It checks the ability to perform any given task with required aptitude. For example, I can ask one to write the definition, he can mug that up and write it, it is achievement test. But if I ask that definition anywhere and he is able to tell it, then that is competence test. It checks fluid intelligence. What is fluid intelligence? That is on the spot thinking, on the spot solutions, which is very important for you as an officer too. Second is out of the box thinking, solving novel problems, that is new problems, unidentified problems, and identifying the patterns of problems and having good solutions. How to develop aptitude? The first is school level and also the family level, where one has to identify the interest and aptitude of children and accordingly mold them. Second is training, repeated experiences, that is practice on field or practice wherever the training is provided. One has to practice and develop an aptitude for the thing he likes, and using this aptitude for the right direction in right manner, it is very important. For example, Osama bin Laden had a good aptitude as an intelligent person, but he used his intelligence in very wrong ways in wrong situations, wrong methods, and paid his price. So this is a function of attitude, how one uses their aptitude. Now let us see a very important part of this topic, aptitude in civil services. Why is it important? Aptitude means ability, their capabilities. They are important to look into issues at grassroots level, since one has to work in grassroots level and with people who are very poor, who are downtrodden. We have to work for them, and we should have certain aptitude to solve their problems. Then leadership skills, to reach to the people and provide government facilities, you have to lead a certain team, and one need to have that aptitude for it. Then build competency of his own and his organization, and taking decisions keeping all aspects in consideration, that is political, social, legal. Or something that is very effective in Rajasthan can't be equally effective in Punjab. So we need to have certain intellectual capabilities to do our work effectively. Then let us see what is the difference between attitude and aptitude. Attitude is a manner or feeling with respect to a person or thing. Aptitude is the capacity to perform a task. Attitude denotes the character, while aptitude denotes the competence of a person. Attitude is relatively permanent, whereas aptitude can be changed or developed. For example, in a civil servant, if one is good at solving problem, that is aptitude, but one always procrastinates his decision, then that is his attitude. He is good, very good at solving problems, knowing things, but he keeps on delaying his decisions. So he has good aptitude but bad attitude. Then in civil services, the first aptitude one needs is intellectual, that is means oriented, thinking rationally, acting purposefully, and dealing effectively. The second is emotional, that is behavior oriented. Effective conduct is very important. And the last one is moral, that is value oriented. One needs to have strong values to use their aptitude in a very effective way. Now let us see the relationship of aptitude with other qualities. There are a lot of qualities civil servants need to have to do a particular task, and how do we use our aptitude or our intellectual and physical capabilities with those other values to do the task effectively. First is aptitude and interest. Having interest in something and having aptitude for something is very different. For example, I have interest in cricket. That is, I follow cricket matches. I have some favorite players, but it does not mean that I have aptitude for it. That is, it does not mean that I can play cricket very well. So this is the difference between aptitude and interest. Aptitude of a person can be effectively used only if one has some interest in it. For example, a civil servant cleared the UPSC exam and is working as an IAS officer, but he is interested to be a Bollywood star or a cricket player, then he cannot use his capabilities to the full potential to perform his task as an IAS officer. Second is aptitude and ability. Now there is a very slight difference between these two. Ability is actually what we have presently, and aptitude is our capability to develop those skills in the future. That is, aptitude is futuristic, ability is present. Aptitude shows potential, and ability is evidently what one can do now. Aptitude is what one can't already do always when trained, and ability is the skills or habits, powers that individual has now to do a particular task. The third one is aptitude and intelligence. Aptitude is the potential to do a task in future. Intelligence is the ability to think rationally, act purposefully, and deal effectively. Aptitude has narrow scope, that is specific to that work. For example, aptitude to do painting. So that aptitude is related or restricted to only painting, but intelligence is a general ability to do a lot of things. It has a wider scope. Two people with same intelligence level can have aptitude for two different things. For example, Lata Mangeshkar and Sachin Tendulkar, suppose they have the exact same intellectual or intelligence level, but they have aptitude for two different things. That is, ability to use that intelligence. That is, singing and cricket. Those are two different things. So this is the difference between aptitude and intelligence. And the last one is aptitude and values. Values denote the importance of something or action for a person. It gives a sense of right and wrong, positive and negative. But usually positive is focused with aim to decide what is the right thing to do. Values play a role in processing the aptitude to do a task. Now one has a good aptitude towards something. We saw the example of Osama bin Laden. But the values he had were not something required by the society. For example, aptitude of civil servant to solve a religious conflict. What value is necessary to solve that religious conflict? The value of being a secular person. So this is all we have about aptitude, and hope you all have had a good learning.